What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, the storyteller. I know this perspective is a little bit different from what you guys are used to. Usually the camera is smack right about here, and I would have my laptop set up on that box. um, Going through some changes. The original reason I had my setup over there was because I just needed a good spot for the camera to be at a good angle for it to sit at, and I really liked this position, and the best way that I could have the camera in that position without having a cable literally dangling right here, um, was just to have my laptop over there with it as well. But now I have this beautiful new microphone that's right here. Well, I've always had it. I just never had a USB hub to, connect my webcam, mic, and my mouse from my laptop. But now I do have a USB hub, so now the setup is over here. I'm probably gonna play around with this angle with what room I have on my desk. I might have to move my desk. I don't know yet. I ain't got that far. Today is the first day where I've actually attempted this setup, and this is actually going to be the first long running video where we get to test and see if this microphone actually continues to work over an extended period of time. Outside of that, that's not what I wanted to bring you here for. Today is kind of a update video going into next year. I know, obviously, about a year ago? No, maybe less than a year ago. It was the first channel and life update that I gave. I think I gave that back in August or some shit like that. This is me following up on that because obviously a lot has changed. I was supposed to, actually, I think that was actually way longer. Life flies, okay? A lot has happened. I did now officially start courses in college, and I know exactly what my timetable is supposed to look like, as well as I know what my pay timetable is supposed to look like, so I can get a gist of an idea of what my life is going to look like, going forward, and making financial and business related decisions. With that being said, it's time to redirect some goals, at least for the YouTube half of things. There are some things that aren't going to change. For instance, I might get an apartment this year. I'd like to. I'd really love to, darling. I'd really, really love to. But if it's not a smart decision, we have to make it a smart decision. If that means I have to take on a second job, I will. But we'll see. That's the best I can give you. We'll put a pin in it. Gotta put a little extra details around it till it looks like a good idea. Outside of that, let's just talk strictly YouTube and what I want to do for YouTube. There will be a calendar that goes up a little bit after this video gets uploaded. In the month, I want to, like I said in the previous video, I want to do stuff, that's a little bit bigger and grander, for me and the channel. One of those things that I talked about was I would love to do fundraisers for, like St. Jude or, the healthcare system or, whatever the case may be. But I have 19 subscribers. Unless I get a bunch of random viewers and donations to dive bomb my fucking streams for whatever reason. I'm not saying that it can't happen. Not exactly a whole lot is going to come out of that fundraiser. The other problem with that is I would like, me personally, I would like to do a thing where, like, if we donate 5,000 to St. Jude, I'll match it. So in other words, we're getting 10,000 out there, actually. It's just stuff that, I think about at 20 subscribers. I'm thinking about way down the line. But for this year coming up, I have some things, like some dates that I want to make special. June, if you guys don't know, is the Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm a man. So this month, especially as a guy with, mental health issues, would like to, open up a space where, people can talk about these things. And I want it to be nice, I want it to be respectful. Because us talking about, men's issues doesn't necessarily take away from females' issues. You'll see what I mean when I actually start going through that month. Because it's not gonna be degrading towards any other race, sex. It's literally just, hey, let's sit down and talk. Because I know this is some shit y'all probably went through. 'Cause I went through it too. I would like to do something for May 25th, which is Memorial Day. Again, veteran, so I have a little bit of, history as well in that. I have a grandpa who's a Vietnam War vet. I don't know how far back the family tree goes in military, but yeah, I'd like to do something nice and special for that holiday if I can. I haven't worked out all the details and kinks yet, but we'll see what I come up with by the time these dates arrive. 4th of July, I'd like to do something for that. Maybe record a fireworks show, go out to a local one, something, in case other people couldn't go to their fireworks show. I'm sure you can look it up on YouTube. I don't know why I have to be the guy, the ambassador, but I don't know, I'm just trying to do something, November 11th, Vets Day. Once again, veteran, so talk about it. You guys have also already been getting a little bit of a dose of some of the veteran stories I have, good and bad. So maybe I can do something for that day. August 21st. I want y'all to remember that date, but I'm not gonna tell you why yet. And if everything goes smoothly enough, hopefully, August 21st is gonna be a day to remember. Really hope it goes well. Going back to May 25th, Memorial Day, I want to start getting at least one of my books edited. And I'm thinking about, what I know about my finances, where my finances are going to be by that date. And I'm also thinking about how I can manage my finances so that it's not crippling me as I'm moving along, trying to get books edited and whatnot. And then October 31st, happy Halloween. I'd like to show off a costume or two, perhaps. We'll see how that goes. But that's just YouTube in general stuff that I'd like to, focus on going into the next year. Like I already brought up, getting an apartment. That's gonna be something, I'm working on. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about everything that I can do to make it work. And I'm thinking about everything that can go wrong with it so that I can hopefully prevent it. And if anything, just get around it altogether. But yeah, I also wanted to talk about, the channel going forward. If I'm gonna upload this when I think I'm gonna upload this, this should go up hopefully around New Year's Eve, if not New Year's Day. December was a very awkward month. There are a lot of videos that were not edited that well, they were not taken care of, they weren't cleaned up properly, and I already brought this up in another video. I recorded a bunch of shit and I did not organize it because college was coming up. I just wanted to get a bunch of shit recorded so that throughout college all I had to do was edit and it would be smooth. Unfortunately, in doing that, however, I had essentially made it so that I didn't know where anything was and I couldn't keep track of stuff. There's a whole video out there that is missing a face cam. I will never be able to find it. I don't know where it is. It's probably deleted at this point because I'm cycling through shit so fucking quickly. I'm doing better with that now. I do have a lot of stuff that is pre-recorded again, but it's organized. Everything has a name. Every file has a name. Every file is associated together. The face cam and the actual video game itself is the exact same title, so I know how to find those two things next to each other. Outside of that, so yes, December was a mess. January, I am trying my wholeheartedness to do better. Obviously, as I love to say, some days are always going to be better than others. There's going to be days where, you know, the editing is a little bit off. Could be because I'm editing late. Could be because I'm editing in a crunch time because I don't have a lot of time that day, but I still need, or I still want to edit something. It could be that it's not a very clippable video. Like, 2K is a very clippable game. You'll see that with a lot of the stuff that's going to get pumped out in January. 2K is just edited from top to bottom. There's like clips and everything. Like, I can edit the fuck out of a 2K video. Other games, it's a little bit difficult. Like, I still need to work on me personally being vocal and like entertaining from my position to like accompany the game. And I feel like there's another game that I just got done recording, and I feel like I was mildly entertaining with that one because, you know, it's a game that's near and dear to me. But there are other games, they're kind of slow, they kind of drag, or they're kind of intense, and I'm like in that gamer mode where I'm just like kind of focused on the game. So there's got to be a certain point where I figure out, you know, how to be entertaining as, you know, the guy in the camera, but also still doing the game without, you know, flopping quick time events and other shit like that. Hopefully I find a rhythm on that regard soon, but until then, I'm gonna try to do better with editing now that I have plenty of, with the holidays and Christmas and this, that, and the third, I have so much time to edit shit. And I think between like yesterday and today, I think I got like 8 videos done. Like between these 2 days, like I'm almost full on January, which is good because classes start again on the 13th. So I still have a little bit of time to, you know, bottle up on some shit and, you know, create a little bit of a buffer for me to focus on classes at the start of the semester and, you know, start out on the right foot. But, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting journey. It's gonna be an interesting ride. As you can see, you know, setups are changing and new equipment is being added. I'm doing what I can to, you know, make this more professional and, you know, organized and clean, because this is my passion project. This is the thing that I do for my entertainment. This is my YouTube is my memory bank. These games are memories that I'm going to hold dear, you know, like 10 years down the line. There are videos that I have uploaded from 4 or 5 years ago from my Xbox One, back when I was still playing GTA 5, when it was actually still cool to be playing GTA 5. I love going back and watching those old videos and kind of remembering all the stuff that we would do back then. So I can only imagine when I turn like 30, 40, 50, looking back at these memories and whatnot. So, you know, that's why I do this. And if I can make $1 or 2 out of it, that'd be lovely, but I still have my day job. It's always been a thought in the back of my mind, though, if I could turn this into a full-time thing, that'd be nice, because then I get to spend time, you know, at home. You know, I'm not spending 8 to 9 to 10 hours plus a day, you know, at a job, and I get to come home and be with my family for like 5 hours before I have to go to bed to go back to work. No, that's not the kind of life I want to live. I want to be around my family and shit too, you know? So if I get a job where I can like spend like an hour or 2 working and then you know, sprinkle in editing, you know, here, there, and everywhere, while actually, you know, still being like next to a family member or significant other, or you know, maybe a little mini me one day. That'd be nice. So that's why I'm doing the book thing, which again, I'm getting back to that. I need to get back to that. That is a passion project of mine that has sat dormant for far, far too long. Along with the August 21st thing. It's something that I'm constantly thinking about. It's something that I'm like distracts me at work sometimes. I need to at least attempt it so that I can say that I did it. If nothing else, when I grow old and I'm on my deathbed, there are very few things that I can say, well, I regret never trying it. No, I ain't gonna deal with it. But hey, that'll be enough for now. Hope you all enjoyed. This has been The Storyteller. I post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Definitely going to be some Saturdays mixed in. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe down below. And hey, hopefully you guys are along for the ride just a little bit longer. And hey, maybe some of these, you know, videos that are going to come out are actually, you know, cool, and they do open the door for me to do bigger things like fundraisers and, you know, gift handouts, and not handouts, like gift boxes and like other things like that. But we'll see, one thing at a time, right? Bye bye.